open my brain and what's going on for it, so it's self-cleaning. Not exactly. It'll do. Put it that way. Right then. Now here's a fun fact for you. A lot of visitors we get here are Polish. And the really confusing is the Polish word for elephant is swan. How confusing is that? On the other side, you can actually see there's a wishing well. It's about 5 feet deep. I don't just look it, but the boss lady knows it is because she fell in there when she was installing a light. And there's about a fuzz of coins in the bottom, not just British coins, but foreign coins too. A lot of foreign visitors who come here, you see. Now I'll show you giant stalactite, all that. It's a stalagmite, it grows up instead of down. Okay? Now the reason it grows is water falls not on the stalactite, lands on the wall, and when that evaporates, there's all the limestone in it, it's left on the ground. And it's thousands of years of that building up that makes a stalagmite. There are some red patches on it, that's iron. There's a little bit up in the hills, and that gets washed in here. That's why it's stained. That one grows up about a quarter of a millimetre a year, by the way. So, excuse me, how old are you down there? Where are you? 8, right. We'll do a bit of maths. In your whole life, that stalagmite has only grown about 2 millimetres in your entire lifetime. See, there's a wheel over there. There's eye, and there's body, you see. It's like it's back into a sand dune. The rippling cascade. It's not rippling today, but in wet weather, the water flows in from outside and all that. Why is there a what? Can't see it, where is it? Here. Oh, wow. I don't know what that belongs to. Yeah. Something like that. But the more it rains out there, the more water you see it here. Which is why sometimes it floods. The worst case I know about was all the way back in 1985, which is millions of years ago, by the way. And you see, the flooding was so bad that there was water blasting out under the metal door where we came in. Now, how about over here? The pillar. There's stalactite and grind off. Now beyond the pillar, there's a big pit called the abyss. You'll see it when you pass. It's not really that deep, but bear in mind that when the Victorians used to come in here, they only had candles, and so they couldn't see how far down it went from the path. Have a look in as you pass. Right then. So, you might know there's water going down the abyss, and you might be wondering where that's going. Well, a gentleman who works for us named John, he's the fellow who was leading out the other route. And he went down there in his diving gear, came out and the river saw outside. That is where that pit is going. Now if you look here, you can see an interesting double stalactite. It's known as a shower bath, but it has another name as well. It's 1837, the year the cave was found. It was also the year that somebody became queen. Now, can any of the children tell me who that was? Put it behind me and tell me, yes. Queen Victoria, well done. Thank you. Which is why Sir James called this Queen Victoria's knickers. Because back in the day, Victorian ladies used to wear big frilly things called bloomers. It wasn't a bit like that which step away from here. Maybe it was there. So when Queen Victoria found out that Sir James had used this name, she stripped him of his knighthood. True story.
Breathe through your nose. Breathe through your nose.
So over here you can see Gerson range, despite the mushroom bed that is growing, only it's steeper. But that's not really what we stopped here for. You see, Flatland Village, the village that we passed through to get here, was once home to Alice the Witch. And she kept putting curses on the villagers, so they took her up big on the mountain and threw her down the very great pit. But that wasn't enough to get rid of her. You see, Ingleborough is above our heads. And so the bottom of that pit comes out in here, which is why you can see the witch's fingers. Now watch it. With those fingers grip on you, you get 7 years bad luck, and the only way you can break the curse is if you do whatever your mum and dad say.
Excellent. We'll hold them underneath.
Oh, you did? Well, you better watch it because we're coming back the same way. And if it gets you twice, it's 14 years bad luck. Translate it, yeah? You might think I'm fibbing about that curse, but I'm not, because I got dripped on and now I'm working. Right then, mind your heads, it's going to get low again. And mind out on your left, the stream, there's a bit of a drop into it.
Bina.
You see it? Told you we have flesh-eating shrimp, didn't we? We shuffle up a bit more, but you'll be able to see a bit better. Can you see at the back now?
Ah, yeah.
Queen.
Tiny.
Yeah, that's a
Queen.
yeah, flesh-eating shrimp. Gammarus pulex is the Latin name. You find them in fresh water all over the world. Not really flesh-eating, I just said that to keep you on your toes. They actually live on this decaying plant matter here. Now, they're not the only aquatic life forms we have in here. John, the other guide, he's told me that we have some blind fish living beyond the public part of the cave. But I haven't seen them. They haven't seen me either. Nah, somebody gets it.
Okay.
Right then, that's everyone, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, remember I said the Victorians used to navigate the cave with candles? You want to see what that's like?
Yeah. Imagine being carried like this cave with just a candle.
There's 300 feet of rock above us, that's why there's no natural light getting in, you see. And if you think this is bad, do you want to see what it's like without it? Blow it out.
No!
More power. It's alright, as soon as I find the switch, we'll
Oh wow.
yeah, that's the Gothic arch up there. If you go up on the left and come down on the right, you can have a good look. And when you get back to me, I'll tell you to note it.
You come back down?
Is this the wall? Is this been built this way?
Those rocks were all already there. But they have actually been like removed to a certain extent and cemented to the side. Because back in the day, the Victorians, when they came as tourists, they had to crawl over it. Yeah. In their fancy suits and dresses, getting really dirty. Now then, what you might have noticed behind the Gothic arch is that there's a rock that is similar in appearance to the mushroom bed. Because did you see there's like a sort of shadowy patch on top of it?
Yeah.
Well, allegedly if you climb on top of that, the lady's couch as it's called, you can actually see more cave behind it. But we don't know how much, because that gap's so small you can't get a person through it, not even you. That's right. We do know about roughly 12 miles of passages though. That shows you there could be even more than what we know about. Right. Be looking on your right when you get around the corner. Can you like see the Gothic box? It's a very interesting double stalagmite coffee pot. We have a theory about why it's the shape that it is. We think that the spouts actually used to point straight up. But they got heavy on one side because of where the deposits formed on it, so it leant out, and that allowed another stalagmite to grow behind it. I'll show you some more stalagmites a little further down. Follow me.
Yeah.
about showing you something really frightening. Granddad's false teeth. I don't think that's bad. There's Grandma's false teeth. And like around this side of the river, I don't know about you. So have a look at the organ pipes and the artifacts. So, this, the Victorian name for it is the horse's leg. The modern name for it is the toilet plunger. So you can see why. About 350 million years old, and it tells you a lot about limestone and where it comes from. It's a coral. See, where we are right now used to be at the bottom of a tropical sea below the equator. That's why we can see a dead sea creature here. This is what limestone is made from, the skeletons and shells of sea creatures. That's so carboniferous limestone because it's made from living things. There's even a sea snail there, look. And there's actually broken bits of seashell and the ceiling generally, because that is what this is made from. And over the past 350 million years, the continents have moved a great deal. And as they have, they've pushed this seabed further and further north at the speed your fingernail grows, until finally it's ended up in Yorkshire. Good, isn't it? Right then. Okay, anyone at the back, do you want to come with me for a second? Just want you to step on that step over there. Go on, so you can hang back just a sec. You got one more. You look at the pool. You see there's a little city in it in the distance. Here, isn't it? Go on, you can see quite well from here. If you want to come forward. Can you see it? Little city in the water. Good, isn't it? Oh, I thought you'd like that. Yeah, children, you can use the steps, but only one at a time, please. When you're going to look, you can try and be in the corner. If you can't see the hills, you shout out, but put on behind it.
See it?
Yeah, wow. I can zoom in and take a picture.
It's reflection, isn't it?
Oh.
Did you all see it?
Yeah.
Smashing. Once as far as we're going to go, but you get careful, you can go down there. You crawl for a bit, until you get to a little lake with an inflatable boat in it. You cross the lake, you crawl a bit further, and then you pull yourself flat on your belly into a tall chamber with a rope ladder in it. It's called Giant's Hall. There's even a floor stone in there that you can slide down, and that takes you into another chamber. It's great fun, but it's nothing compared to what some potholes did in 1983. There's gaping gill pothole up the road. There's been a waterfall pouring into it for millions of years. To find out where that water was going, these cavers put some dye in the water, and the colour of the water emerged over there. So they decided to come through themselves. They did, and it took them 16 hours. They could have walked it in 40 minutes. I don't know whether they managed to do that. Behind me you can see a big pile of rock and dirt. It's not very attractive, but it's quite important because it actually dates back to the Ice Age. See, back then, there was a glacier sliding along the surface outside, and as it moved, it pushed a lot of rock and dirt into the ground. That is that rock and dirt. And the reason that we know it comes from that time is that a girl from Bradford found the tooth of a woolly rhinoceros in it. Which shows that woolly rhinoceroses used to be running around on Ingleborough back in the day. As far as I know, they're all gone, but if you're walking further up today, just watch out. Now then, before we turn back, I just want to show you another fossil coral. Here it is. That's what you call a fan coral. You see why we call it that, can't you? Because of its shape. And you remember I said the BBC? Oh wait, no, I haven't told you that bit yet, have I? I bet I'll tell you in a bit, but we got to backtrack a little bit first. Sorry, did you get that? Go on.
Cheers.
Okay.
Thanks.
Are you alright? Okay. Right. But yeah, the BBC were in here, and I'll tell you what they're up to in a minute. Right, I think that's everybody, isn't it? Smashing. Right, you come a bit further forward, just a little bit. Just a bit. Now I'm going to be turning the lights down for that corridor, so make sure you're away from the water so you don't fall in. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. So, back in 1983, the BBC were in here to do some filming. They were filming a programme called One by One, which was about animals. And for the episode they were filming here, they brought a live 9-foot alligator into the cave that was rented from London Zoo. And they put him in a pool to film him, but the alligator, being cold-blooded, got so cold that it couldn't move. They had to warm up the water with electric heaters. They got their filming, but the funny thing is, for years, nobody knew what had happened to the alligator. But recently a discovery was made. You see his head? Now, I've got to admit, I'm telling you a bit of a fib, because that's really a crocodile. Would you like to know what actually happened to the alligator? Well, you see, the BBC had a hard time getting him back out of the cave, because they wanted to carry him out in a box. They couldn't get the box through the door. So, Big Jane, who was a lady who lived in Clonmel, who was really strong and big, she carried the alligator out of the cave under her arms. 9-foot lizard, no problem. Proper Yorkshire lass. And she put the alligator in the shop where you bought your tickets. And a gentleman who used to work for us called Chester tricked a walker into going into the shop while the alligator was there. He wasn't in any danger, but he did get a fright. The really funny thing is though, Chester had a wooden leg, and so he told people for years after it was because that alligator bit it off. Right then, when we get back to the mushroom bit, I'll do my best to answer any further questions you have. Preferably questions I know the answer to. Have a think, and mind your heads in the meantime. We will wake our way out slowly, no problem.
Jechać po prostu.
Right then. So it's in this pool that the alligator laid out. You can imagine 9 foot of lizard in that, can't you? But yeah, it's lying in there getting really cold until he brought his electric heaters into one of the walls. Right, we'll carry on. Watch out for those witch's fingers. What's there?
It's me.
See, I should listen to your mum and dad.
Yeah, good.
Right. I got me on the way there.